Hey everybody, thanks for joining again. Just doing a quick recap after the stream. So today went pretty well. Today on our docket was to finish the configuration, and we kind of blew through that and got into the runtime. So that's kind of cool. Let me show you the config that we set up real fast, and then we'll move into what we did for the runtime. So we created a project, trade me up configuration. We have a config manager with a simple app settings property, and then a load function. So this load function is basically just going to load a JSON file that we created that looks like this. So our app settings JSON will have all the settings that we defined for it in our original design, live, the ID and keys that we need, the strategy name, and the extended trading. To correlate that into C# once we actually load it, we bind it into a class called app settings, and it has all the same properties that the JSON does. So they will be binded directly to here. And then we added some helper sections as well to return the appropriate values based off of live or not. So the environment and the secret key, these are specific to the Alpaca SDK, and we want to be able to just access those a little bit quicker from our settings. So flipping back to the configuration manager, all you have to do to use it is do config manager load, and then it'll go ahead and build out the path, look for your file, build the config, bind it, and then return it. So we'll go ahead and run that and see what it looks like as an object. And you can see here I filled out a config dev.appsettings.json earlier in the runtime directory, and it picked up the config and populated it. So now we have a working configuration loader. Moving into the runtime, that's the next thing we started today. We were able to create a run manager, just a basic name, and we started adding the Alpaca clients that we need. So there's 2 Alpaca clients and 2 Polygon data clients. I have used the the data client and the data streaming client for Alpaca, but I had some issues with them. They do have a request limit set at 200 per minute, so I wanted a little bit more than that at one point, so I started using the Polygon clients. They're pretty reliable, so we're just going to use them here again today. So in our run manager, when we initialize, we load our app settings that we just created, so we'll have those to use, and then we start just defining and assigning our clients here and subscribing to our streaming channel. So we'll get account updates, trade updates, when we connect and when a socket is closed. Same thing for the Polygon streaming client. And we're only going to do minute aggregate data at this point. So if we want to stream data, we're going to stream the minute aggregate data for a symbol. And we'll go ahead and act off of that per minute during the day. Haven't been able to fill out the rest of this, but that will come tomorrow. And I'm thinking tomorrow the next thing we'll have to do is actually start figuring out how we're going to manage these connections. So I think we'll have to build out the scheduler, and I think I want to start managing or checking these connections probably on the minute basis. If the market's open, we'll make sure we're connected. If something dropped, well, it'll check it every minute and we'll just reconnect. Again, all the code will be uploaded to GitHub and the links are in the description. Please do subscribe and check me out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching.